Hey, what's up, Tony? Mm. Already having one of those nights, man. Already have. I do. I don't even know what the heck. It all started with a limit order that I left on the charts by mistake that got filled. That's where it all started. I was actually up about $1,100, dude. And now I'm down 27, trying to get that shit back. Shit, I don't know, man. Yeah, I feel like I'm in the grinder for whatever reason right now. Feel like I'm in a grinder. Like it'll miss my limit orders and then they'll come back and fill it and run through it. And man, I don't know. I don't know. When it gets like this, it's just hard to step away, honestly. All right. Mm, mm, mm. Dang, I don't know, dude. I guess, man. Yeah, it's probably a bad buy. Yeah, it's probably like a bad buy. Mm. Mm. You know what's the most upsetting thing about this move right here? I mean, shit, y'all guys saw me short this. Well, I don't know if y'all guys saw the short, but this is actually, I was actually targeting 390, trying to short up here, and for whatever reason, gold pops back up and stops me out. I don't know what the hell that was about. I don't know what the hell that was about. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just had a, tonight has just not been my night. I made money in the wrong account tonight. I thought I was in the, in my other account, because that's where I started. I guess I locked out all my other accounts and then I forgot to switch it back. So, or maybe I purposely did that low key because, I feel like, I mean, I just lost a whole funded account. I just lost $4,500. Just I don't know how, but I just did that. So I just lost a funded account that I just activated tonight. I took a loss. I lost $630 in the my account last day to pay out. And then I'm just taking it out on my other accounts. Just taking it out on my other accounts. Or I've already taken it out on my other accounts already. All right. Man, I don't know, man. mean, it's supposed to be something simple. I mean, it's supposed to be simple, but man, I don't know, man. This thing's supposed to be fucking simple. It's supposed to be simple. It's simple. It shouldn't even be this complicated. It should be simple. Be simple. It's supposed to be simple. If I have these rules and if I follow them, I'm very profitable on gold. But I don't know what the hell happens when I get into these funded accounts sometimes, man. It just seems like the market is just doing everything opposite of what I expect it to do. And then I go back and look and say, oh man, yeah, I was looking at this. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Hearing that on one. Hearing that. Hearing that. Hey, what's up, Alfred? Okay. Well, Supposed to be simple. And somehow I still find a way to try to fuck it up. Supposed to be simple. Okay. 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 Of course, there's always something, right? All right, let me see the other one. Let me see what I got that one at. All right, so this one's at 15. So I know that's gonna probably try to come back and try to bite me in my ass. Okay. Hold on, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You said 400K? What are you talking about? Of course. You thinking that crude oil is gonna be 150? And shit, let's look at that. Isn't what's happening in the Middle East just crazy right now? I mean, everything that's happening is just crazy. But the markets aren't reflecting what's happening. I think that's like a really big flag. Something that we should pay attention to, because the war is not de-escalating like Trump promised. The war is actually escalating, and he's adding fuel to that fire by giving people, proud people, ultimatums. And that's not something that you do. Anybody, I mean, any negotiator knows that you kind of have to speak to your audience, and Your audience is a group of very proud people, and they're not going for none of that shit. They're not going for that. They're not playing the ultimatum game. They're not playing that. He should know that. He should know that. He's the master negotiator. He should know that. He should know that. That they are not going for that. So it's like sometimes it's like, man, it's okay. Okay. Oh, did he? No, so I'm talking about the social media post where he stated that if they don't open up the Strait of Hormuz in the next 48 hours, that they will attack their nuclear plant. That's what I'm referring to. Which is so basically, so all the creators that are talking about the situation, they believe that if he actually attacks their nuclear plant, that would actually be worse than actually dropping a nuclear bomb. I think it's low key. I think that's the desired result because supposedly they're saying that if you attack a nuclear plant that's for energy, so all the radiation once that facility gets destroyed or struck, all that radiation obviously goes into the air and then it gets carried by the wind, obviously. And supposedly, if you drop a nuclear bomb, a lot of the radiation gets, I guess, eaten up by the bomb, and you just have the fallout. Which I'm not no expert in any nuclear anything, so I mean, I'm just repeating what I've heard. It sounds reasonable. I don't know, but um, I would think that even though I'm not an expert of stuff like that, I wouldn't think attacking a nuclear plant would be a smart thing to do. I don't think anybody would think that would be the smart thing to do. Because obviously that's just going to escalate the situation, obviously. Especially if that nuclear plant is used as energy and it's a source of energy. So I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. And I mean, what's happening right now is it feels surreal, honestly. It really does. At least for me, it feels surreal. A lot of things has happened. A lot of people have been taken out, and it's going to be Sangra for a very long time. He will, I believe, Cave Trader. He will definitely earn that title if this turns into a nuclear war. But I mean, we've had plenty of incompetent presidents. George W. Bush is probably like the first one that immediately comes to mind. I believe he's the one. So when I came to awareness, he was the president at the time. And now that I understand, now I have a better understanding of what happened during his term. He's the first one that really comes to mind for me. It's pretty obvious. I think it was actually spoken about that Dick Cheney, the vice president at the time, was actually calling all the shots, and he was just president because obviously his father was a president. So, but he was really making any decision. But obviously that's speculation. Obviously, so I guess it would be conspiracy theory. But I mean, it's a rumored thing that Dick Cheney was actually the making all the decisions behind the scenes. But yeah, if this escalates to a nuclear war, yeah, Donald Trump will definitely earn that title. And honestly, I saw something very interesting today on TikTok, and people were making a big deal about it, and that Simpsons prediction seems like it's every day is like a step closer to it becoming real with Donald Trump and a after the economy is completely destroyed, a female president is elected to clean everything up. And supposedly, what's her name? Kamala Harris, um, or one of her accounts got activated or some shit like that. And now there's speculation that she may be running again in 2028. And believe me when I say that, she will win. She will win because right now, but before this war, there is no way in hell that anybody would give power back to the Democrats. No way in hell. But if you really think about it, if you're going to choose a devil, at least we're going to choose a devil that's not going to be stingy with the money. All the faucets will get turned back on. Everything will get turned back on. And I think that's going to be the driving force. A lot of people lost their jobs because of Doge. A lot of people, even a lot of people that supported Trump, lost their jobs. A lot of people lost their benefits. The markets has just been going absolutely crazy. The markets are uncertain about everything. We can't even get decent moves in the market. At least back when the Democrats were in power, the markets was super moving. It was clean. Everybody was making money. A lot of labor has now gotten expensive since with all the deportation. We will understand that that's going to be reverted. We all know that. Not saying that there's anything wrong with it, but we know that that's going to be reverted. A lot of the things that Trump has done is going to be reverted back. The faucet was on basically, so yeah, she runs again. It's going to be a no-brainer. She's becoming president. There's no way in hell that anybody in Trump's administration can run for president and win. Not with everything that's going on right now. The elections is in less than like almost 2 years. There's no way in hell. No way. You think Melania will also run for president? I don't know. I think she's kind of the same thing like Michelle Obama. People would probably vote for her, but I don't think that's what she wants to do. From what I understand, and I don't know these people. I don't take the time to really know who they are. But at least the face that they want to, or at least the mask that they project out into the public, Melania is more of a humanitarian. What gives her purpose is humanitarian work, and that's what that's what I see, because when pictures of her are being taken of her, like, I guess the last one I saw was her like in Africa or wherever that was. I'm just going to assume it's Africa. When she was working with those kids, she was genuinely smiling, and that tells me that that's what she wants to do. So I don't think she wants to be president. I don't think so, because we all know that the president, I don't think we should be so naive to not believe that the president is just a face. There's obviously a lobby that actually controls what goes on, because these politicians are asking a lot of donors for money. And just imagine a world where you give a candidate a lot of money, they actually become a person in power, and then they say, well, thank you for your money. I'm going to run the country the way I want to run it, even though I use your money to obtain this position. Come on, we live in America. Everything can be bought here, even people in high positions, especially when they need money for campaigns. So we're not going to be naive. And then we're not going to speak around it. We're not going to say it's a conspiracy theory. It's just common sense. It's literally just human nature, really. So if I know that the presidency is just a face and there's no real power and there's no real change in it, and if what I want to do is actually help people, then I don't think that's what that's what she wants to do. Erica Kirk, on the other hand, I feel that that's what she wants to do. She wants to do that. I've also seen that what's his name, JD Vance, Erica Kirk ticket could be headlining in 2028. But like I said, with everything that's going on now, and depending on what happens in the Middle East, if this thing is not resolved soon, and Trump doesn't do a series of things that make people forget what's happening in the Middle East, there is no way in hell that JD Vance can win the presidency. There's no way. None. No way. Because how can you explain that? It's the same thing with Kamala when Biden, quote unquote, ran the economy into the ground and she was his vice president. It was the same question. Why should we trust you? Actually, that's what JD Vance said himself. Why should we give you a promotion when you've done a horrible job as a vice president? So that those words may highly likely come back and bite him if he tries to run. And those were his own words. So why should we give you a promotion when you've done nothing? So, all right, we'll see. But I just found that very interesting. Found that interesting. And like I said, that Simpsons reference, or that Simpsons prediction, it seems like it's coming true every freaking day. Or it's coming closer to reality. That's what I should say. Every day. You know, honestly, I really don't know who, like, honestly, I really can't think of anybody from the Democratic Party. Like, if we weren't in this war, and everybody believes that this is not America's war, everybody believes that this is Israel's war, and it's just using the America as a sword, as a weapon against Iran. There's already a lot of people that do not agree with it. If this wasn't happening, and you didn't have a lot of his base and a lot of people that were undecided, now, like myself, that really didn't affiliate themselves with either side, now has an opinion, it's going to come down to the devil that you know. We know both devils, basically. If it's JD Vance and what's her I just forgot her name. I just forgot her name. Kirk's wife, and Kamala Harris, and I don't know who she would have for her running mate. It couldn't be Walt, especially everything that's going on in his state. It would have to be someone else. It will probably be the person that they told her to pick in the first place, but he's based on his religious beliefs, she may not pick him. That's why she didn't pick him in the first place, because she knew that. I mean, the reason why they didn't pick him the first time, and now I have a better understanding because now I watch TikTok now. The left does not like that community that we can't talk about on the internet without getting banned. They don't like that. That's why she didn't choose him. And now I understand that, because that would have, quote unquote, made her look bad in front of their base. So that's why she didn't pick him, even though they told her to pick him. She was like, nah, that wouldn't have been a good choice. And honestly, I agree with that. It wouldn't have been a good choice. Her base would have said, nah, why would you pick him? But the Democrats really don't have anybody, honestly, in my opinion. When I think of Democrats, I don't see anybody that's a strong leader. It seems like they try to prop all their female candidates up, but AOC is the only one, like, it's this really one, but people don't like her. Bernie Sanders, but he's damn near 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Yeah, I really don't know who, man. You know, dude, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about Gavin Newsom, man. I don't know. I really don't. You know, Gavin Newsom reminds me a lot of Homelander. He reminds me a lot of he reminds me a lot of him. And I mean, I guess I'm saying that it's not possible, but that's who he reminds me of. Mm, 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 mm. Like every time I want. We'll see if we can. Okay. You think so? Shit, gold just did all this crazy stuff. I mean, shit, she had this open, she had this pop, she had this drop. I mean, gold's been kind of. Are you talking about? Okay. You're talking about week in general, not the move. I agree with that, Poco. I agree with that. That's what I was saying. Like, it's very interesting that gold and silver right now is not reacting to all this quote unquote uncertainty of the war. You would think that gold should be at least 4,600 right now, but this thing is going back to freaking. So I don't know what made me think of this, but I was talking to Smith about this. I was like, man, before we got this drop, I was like, I think gold is trying to go to 4,500, potentially 44, and we get to 4,400. We get to 4,400, and then this thing literally over exceeds my expectations, bounces, and it's interesting that I just said, yeah, this thing probably goes to 44. But I think this thing can probably go lower. It can probably go lower. Let's look at the weekly chart. Let's see what's going on there. Yeah, like, yeah, we probably got some more ways to go. This thing can probably get all the way back down to like 41 or something. You know, honestly, I was thinking that too, but I was like, that would be insane if we get all the way back down to because that would be the origin of this move. That's the origin. Well, I guess that would be a breakout pullback though. That would be the breakout pullback right there. So let's actually mark that, you know? Let's mark that. So this is the range right here. That's the range. We got the most amount of highs hitting that, the most a lot of lows. That's why I'm drawing it this way. This is the area where price rejected. I mean, it's roughly drawn. I'm not being precise here, but roughly this is where the range is. So maybe we see a breakout pullback into this range right here. That would be insane to see. Like, we left this area in September 1st of 2025. So this was basically last year, September. We left this range and we got the breakout. Obviously, we haven't gotten the market to pull back yet. But if the market is coming all the way back down into this range, that would be insane. That would be insane. Let's see if gold is going to be nasty to me here. Let's see. Okay. Shit, 390, 390. Shit, we actually could see. All right, so it looks like, when does these expire? These expired. Oh, these expire tomorrow. Yeah, is the Nasdaq doing anything right now? Saying Q's doing lower lows and lower highs. I mean, well, I looked at it, but I didn't really talk about it. So, I mean, right now the Nasdaq is kind of ranging. The Nasdaq is ranging between this range right here. So obviously, the first attempt to fill the gap will always be a trap. We know that. We know that the market will never try to fill that gap the first attempt. So the play that I would be looking for right here, though, is it's highly unlikely that it breaks these two low, because this is going to be your major low. This is your minor low. And just like Poco said, we are making, well, you said lower lows. So overall, we made a lower high or a higher low. But for right now, we got equal highs right now. But we did make a lower or a higher low so far. So what I think was going to happen, I mean, we could see a pullback. We could. But I expect this thing to break out and try to fill the rest of this gap before it does anything else. But I guess overall, if you're going to look at the whole trend, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying, Poco. It is making lower lows and it's making lower highs overall. I see what you're saying. So with me, I try not to look at the overall trend. Once I see a range, we all know what the power of 3 is, what ICT calls it, the power of 3. So once I see a range, everything before the range to me becomes irrelevant, because this tells me that with this consolidation right here, this is the consolidation phase. And so now all we got to look for is the breakout of which side is going to break out. And whenever it breaks out, it's going to pull back. And that's when we strike. So I feel like this is a pro tip, but kind of like right here, whenever you see a range, whenever you see a range and you see a breakout from the range, this one didn't necessarily pull back. Actually, technically, yeah, it did. It did pull back, but it didn't pull back all the way to the breakout origin. So it kind of, I guess everybody that was kind of resting right here or resting at the orb low kind of missed it, but it did break out and it did pull back. But it just kind of missed it. I think this is a good one right here. Breakout. Well, I guess it really depends. It broke out, it pulled back to the top of that range right there. Yeah, it broke out of that range and then it pulled back to the top of the range. And that's where, this is what I'm always looking for. This is the trade that I'm always looking for, is that breakout. Or I'm sorry, that pullback trade right there. This is a breakout, but the rule is that they have to break out and they have to hold. So usually when I see breakout of ranges and stuff like that, if they don't hold it, I don't even count it as a break of structure for real, because usually what happens, this is usually like a fake out, especially if it's a V bottom. Especially a V bottom. Watch out for these V bottoms because they're very deceptive and they're used to run liquidity. You can see that everybody was trying to short the pullback and was getting stopped out, and then this thing ran down lower. Typical Nasdaq behavior. And this thing, it took out all these lows, but it bounced. It did a double bottom right here. So a double bottom. Hold on, I think we could be getting filled here. All right, so let's see. So let's see if the market's gonna be nice to me here. Let's see. I guess gold is deciding if she wants me to participate, and then once she fills the order, I guess she's going to decide if she's going to work out for me. You see what I'm talking about? Like, dude, that is insane, man. That is insane. That is insane. She touched that order, man. She touched that order. Like, yeah, she touched that order perfectly. She didn't feel it. She didn't feel it. She touched that order. Okay. Okay. All right. You know, honestly, this is the type of stuff that kind of it just bothers me. It just bothers me, man. It's always something. It's always something. It's always something. And it touched that order and it didn't feel it. I didn't feel it. Now, I mean, the order's not working out yet. And well, the move was not working out yet, but I just don't like the idea of just getting my limit order touched and it's just not filling. I don't like that. And then now I gotta hope that it kind of goes lower and fills me. If not, then just gonna have to accept what happened. So, you know, even though that looks small, so from my entry, this thing just popped up 10 points, 11 points. Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I did that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So if it hits about, okay, so there's that. So if it hits 84.3, did it hit 84.3? Okay, target filled. My target filled. Ugh. Mm. Mm. Dude, it's not a tick, man. This thing touched my limit order. My limit order is sitting at 69.3. It touched 69.3. It touched 69.3. It just didn't fill me. It just didn't fill the order. Dude. Oh, man, my stomach hurts, man. I'm so pissed. I'm not pissed. I'm just frustrated, man. I'm just frustrated by that. I'm super frustrated by that. I'm just frustrated by that. And this thing pushes up. So from my entry, this thing pushes up about 17, 18 points. Damn. 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 All right, well. I wonder if it comes back and fills the order. I wonder if it's going to work. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was. I don't know what that was. I don't know. Like I said, I just feel like this was, I don't know, man. Stuff like that just been happening all night. And that's kind of why I went tilt and blew that account. Because I just got pissed. So I aggressively got into moves. And of course, they don't work either. When you try to impose your will on gold. That's frustrating. All right, so my only hopes here is that I get filled. Maybe I'll be in a little bit of drawdown, and that's my hopes here. I'm not moving my limit order. I'm not gonna move it. Man, that's insane. Okay. And then it was just only one contract. That's what's insane. So that's what's insane. It was only one contract. The market shouldn't have had any reason to not fill that order. I can understand if I had like 10 or 20 mini contracts right there, but it wasn't. Yeah, right now we got 62,000 contracts trading on the minis. Okay. Like I said, I'm not going to move my limit order. I'm just going to leave it there. I mean, I don't want to get into the habit of, if it gets close to my order, doing something like this. Oh shit. If it gets close to my order, doing something like this so I can just guaranteed being filled. But usually when the market is pushing higher and it gives you whatever fill that it wants to give you, it's usually not a good fill. Nice. Nice. All right. So, I mean, if this thing pushes higher without me, what I'm gonna do here is just walk. I guess I'm just lock out the account until tomorrow, because I'm just gonna what I'm gonna most likely actually let me do this now, because this is I already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna revenge trade in this shit. So let me just lock out these accounts until tomorrow. So I'm gonna lock this one out. I'll trade this one tomorrow morning at like 8:30 or some shit like that. So I already know I'm just gonna be pissed that this thing cheated me out of a move. So let me just lock the accounts now. All right. So what account am I in? Okay, so I'm in this account. So I'm just gonna lock this account until like 3 o'clock in the morning tomorrow or something like that. Or like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock when I come back from the gym. Probably. Okay. Okay. Nice. And I'll probably get back to from the gym probably like 6:45 or something. Almost messed up there. Okay. Lock that one out, and then we'll see what happens here. I mean, I'll keep this on, and whatever happens, if it just pushes higher, I'll just lock out and just come back tomorrow. Oh yeah, this at least this week I'm going to be starting tomorrow morning. I'm writing my journal. Probably I should write that shit now and just write about how pissed off I am, or not pissed off, just super frustrated. Super frustrated. Okay. All right. I mean, I don't think. Okay. Casual, huh? That's nothing new for Game Weight. What's up, Game Weight? How you doing, man? All right, so let's see. Let's see. Let's see. You see how nasty this shit is? Come on, dude. Come on. Okay. All right. All right. Mm. All right. This has definitely been a frustrating night for me, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It's been frustrating. It's glad I locked out my accounts because they would have definitely been in danger after that. They definitely would have been in danger after that. You know, that's the second time that Top Step X has done something very shady that I don't like. And it makes me not want to trade on this platform anymore. This is the second time. I've had so like on my last day to payout, man, I had this thing actually wick my order and not fill it and then go in my direction one time. And I thought that was like the most insane phenomenon in the world. It's not like in this situation where it touched it and didn't fill it. It wicked me and didn't fill it and went in my direction. And I was like, huh, I wonder what the hell that was about. And then on Friday, I had a situation where Top Step X, for whatever reason, so I was trading MGC on both and two accounts, my Lucid account and this account. And it gets filled on my Lucid account. Or what happened is actually it went down to the order and filled it. And then it goes in my direction. Top Step X actually misses the whole. So the limit order was sitting at 68.3. Top Step X stopped at 670. It never even reached 68.3. So it didn't even reflect the price that the market was actually trading at, which was insane to me. And I had 2 limit orders sitting at the same spot. So dude, Poco, I honestly feel that way. Now, I was in the practice account when that happened. I was in the practice account. So I mean it wasn't. Oh yeah, I got. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, let me remove these. I forgot. Forgot. Or did I take that off? I think I took it off. Yeah, I took it off actually. I took it off. Okay. So this is kind of a revenge trade. No, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all guys. This is a revenge trade. I want my revenge. I guess gold wants to get revenge on me for whatever reason. All right, so I'm gonna leave my. Oh shit, that's a lot of money right there. God damn. All right. I mean, if it kind of goes past this high, I'm gonna stop myself out. If it kind of goes past that high. Yeah. I guess gold is gonna find a way to push higher here. They couldn't push higher at support, but they'll probably find a way to push higher here. So I'm already prepared for that. See, I mean, I knew it was gonna find a way. I mean, it's not like we just broke structure or nothing. I mean, I know it's gonna find a way to do it. Piss me off. Okay. And I'm casually just down $1,600. Okay. Just down $1,600. No big. Okay. Wow. Okay. You know what game? I didn't even realize I did that. All right, so that account is gone. Okay. All right. Well. Nice. So I really outdid myself tonight. I lost about 7K tonight. I lost about 7K tonight. So I outdid myself tonight. Okay. All right. But I find interesting, like, dude, I just find that interesting. Okay, find it interesting. Like I said, good thing I locked out my accounts because I was going to take it out on my accounts. I mean, like for moving forward, I'm not even going to buy no more. I'm not going to buy anymore. I'm not going to buy any more non. I guess I'll just stick with Top Step X, I guess. Top Step X accounts, I guess. Because any other accounts, I'm gonna just go on Tilt and blow them. I'll just go on Tilt and blow them. So. Dang. Okay. Don't know. Oh yeah, I was in. Shit. It's like, how am I losing that much money? I'll just use NinjaTrader 8 for charting and just pay the extra cost for a Top Step X account because I mean, obviously when I get like this, it's honestly just so hard to walk away. It's like the hardest thing for me to do. And usually what I do is blow accounts. If there's not something that stops me from my emotional self. Right now, I got such a fire in me right now. That's just burning. I feel like a fucking dragon right now. I'm literally breathing fire right now. Burn everything down to the ground. And like I said, man, it just seemed like, I mean, all night, that's what I was kind of going through. Like the market was either missing my limits or touching it and not getting it filled. And then like, dude, if I got that limit order filled, like it literally ran to my target, man. It literally ran to the target, wherever the hell it was. I think it was like what? Like right here, I think. No, that wasn't it. Like right here. Yeah, I mean, this shit literally touched my order, didn't fill it, and it runs. Look at these beautiful candles that just run straight to my target without any resistance or anything like that. And then the orders I get filled, I want to chop and almost get there, then drop. It's like, dude, what? That's what makes me think, am I doing it to myself? Because there's just no way. I mean, is Go fucking with me tonight? Like when it's just like nothing is working. Man, dude, if I front run my orders and then it's gonna go to my order. If I front run my orders, it's going to my orders. And I don't want to start. I don't want to do that. I mean, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Cause I already feel like I'm like, dude, I front ran this. So I mean, not only like, dude, my front run got front run. Well, no, Top Step X just didn't fill my order in that situation. There was nothing wrong with my limit order. It just didn't fill it. Now my other orders that did not or it didn't get close to it. I mean, price just didn't get there. I mean, just can't do nothing about that. Oh, my bad. That's it. Oh. Nah, that wouldn't work for me, K-Trin. That wouldn't work for me. Yeah, so tonight I lost. I mean, so right now I just lost like 9K right now. I'm down 9K.
I mean, obviously this is a practice account, but still, I lost 9K. I lost 7K in no, I lost, but like what, 5K across my funded accounts. I blew my funded account that I just activated tonight. Yeah. And like I said, the crazy thing is I was up $1,100 in that account. It's just that I left a limit order on that damn chart and I didn't realize I did that. I thought I canceled it, but obviously I didn't. And then I come back to the screen. I should just, well, I come back to the screen and I'm trying to get the money back and that account's gone. I just blew the other account, the NinjaTrader account, that's gone. I unnecessarily took a loss in Top Step account. That's gone. And then I lost the $270 in my funded account. So yeah, right now, tonight is not a good night. And so I'm gonna have to go to bed angry and shit because I can't, all my accounts are locked out. I'm not till buying accounts anymore. I don't care. I'm not buying any more accounts. Even though these feelings are uncomfortable, I'm not till buying accounts anymore. Shit fucking pisses me off. And I did, man. I locked all my accounts out and I can't do shit. Can't do nothing about it. All my accounts locked. All right. We'll see if this one gets filled. I'm buying the bottom of this range right here. So we'll see if this gets filled. It's not mentally. It's just, I don't want to say it's my ego, but it might be just my ego. I don't like. So the emotions that I'm going through right now is I feel like I've been cheated. I feel like something has been taken away from me. And I don't like that. And right now I'm fighting the market because it's taken something from me, or at least that's how I feel. And I'm fighting it. And it's taking more from me. Because I mean, I know once I calm down, I'm like, you know what? I shouldn't have done that with gold because I know good and well that the correct way to trade gold is just to set limit orders and not chase it. I know that, but I want to get my revenge. I want to get my revenge. I want to punch gold in her freaking face right now. That's what I want to do. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know that, but man, emotions are emotions, man. You can't. Gotta find an outlet for it, I guess. It's not a guess. That's what I'm doing. I'm finding an outlet for all this negative emotion, and I'm taking it out on my other accounts. Actually, let me just stop this because, like I said, I'm not going to buy because I don't know how to stop myself in these situations. I'll just buy the more expensive Top Step X accounts until these other firms have a risk setting feature to where I can lock myself out when I'm in this when I find myself in this state, because I will circumvent it. If it's circumventable, I will do it. I will turn something off or I will turn it back on just to get what I want, because I don't like the idea of the market winning even though I've lost. I guess I guess it's a double-edged sword, but you can beat me up, but I'm gonna hit you as hard as I fucking can. But I'm gonna hit you as hard as I can, and I've always been that way. I'm not gonna run. I'm not gonna back down. Just not gonna do that. Like I said, it's a double-edged sword. So that's what I'm going through emotionally right now. Ugh, I'm in revenge mode. I just want to punch gold in her face, even though I've lost like 2 or 3 accounts tonight. Just want to punch her in her face. That's it. Just want to get my lick in. That's it. That's all I want. And you see what I'm talking about? Like, you see what I'm talking about? It's like, dude, just fill my freaking order, dude. Like, ugh, just fill my order. Hmm. Yeah, Ray, I know that. I know, Ray. I know. I know. I know. I know it doesn't work that way. It's just that uh, I'm just on tilt right now. That's all. I'm just on tilt right now. That's why I locked out all my other accounts and I'm in the practice account. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna blow the practice account. But I mean, as long as it's not the rest of my evals and it's not the rest of my, because I mean, I only lost one funded account tonight. I didn't really, I lost it, but I didn't lose anything because I mean, it's not like I put work in it at all. I didn't put any work in it. I just started it today and I lost it today. So, I lost the funded account, but I didn't lose any time in the account. I hit my personal daily loss limit in that eval. I did lose that my other lucid eval. I was halfway to goal and then I went on tilt tonight and blew the account. So I'm upset about that one. Well, not whatever. I'm not upset about that one. And I just locked out my other accounts because I just know that as long as I get one good hit in, and you see what I'm talking about? Like, what's up with that? What's up with that? What's up with that? What's up? So this thing, the bottom of this was 49.6. So a point and 3 ticks. So I wonder, like, I really wonder why. I really wonder. What was up with that? Why did the market not come back? I mean, it usually does that. I mean, I wonder why I just stopped right there. I wonder why. And I don't know, man. When I'm on tilt, it just seems like all this stuff that usually works, it just seems like it doesn't want to work. I mean, that's what I was looking at. This range right here, you can see that it bounced at the top of the range. So I was thinking, well, it bounced at the top of the range, so it's highly likely to come to the bottom of the range, probably swipe the liquidity, and then we see the bounce. But for whatever reason, we saw the bounce before it even touched the bottom of this range. I'm like, dude, I mean, okay. All right. Yeah, Rocket, it did. It did. It did. It did. It did. So, like I said, I don't know what the heck happened tonight. I really don't. I don't know why anything worked. I really don't know why nothing worked. I don't know why. I didn't come into the market anticipating anything. I wasn't biased. I wasn't even anticipating even coming into the market. Uh, I set a limit on, so I did all my back testing and I was looking at my levels like on Saturday or something. Set the alarms. One of my alarms went off. I came and looked at the chart. Uh, Found a winning position, and I was in the wrong account the first time. And then, come to think about it, that was my only. Um, okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay. No, the red line is the 50 EMA. So the yellow line is the 21, the red line is the 50, and the gray line is the 200. And this chart is the 100 tick chart. I don't trade on the 100 tick chart, but this is the lowest. This is the lowest tick. How do I say that? Tick frame. This is the lowest tick amount that Top Step X offers. I trade on a 150 tick chart, but this is the smallest tick size that they have. So I don't necessarily trade on this one. All my charting is done on NinjaTrader 8 on the normal tick size that I trade. And I just place my limit orders on this chart. But this is what I will say about the 100 tick chart that I do notice a lot is that, yeah, this thing kind of, I mean, no matter, this thing does, at least the EMAs, if it does break that 21 EMA, that 50 EMA does seem like it is a great follow-up trade. Like if it breaks the 21 and it breaks the 50, then it's going to probably go to the 200 EMA. And then we're going to probably see the rejection at the 200. But it'll usually trend on the 21. And then if it breaks the 21, we'll see the rejection on the... Honestly, what I probably should have did was probably shorted this. Probably. But I know gold is going to probably be nasty somehow, some way here. So I don't like shorting it when it's this low, though. But it might work. We'll see. Well, we're back into this range. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually try to buy it at this 50% of this range right here. Probably buy it at 53 or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised about that. But I guess moving forward, like I said, I'm not buying anything above a 50K account no more. I'm not buying nothing past a 50K account. Next week, I think this is probably what if I'm going to turn lead into gold in this situation. I'm going to document this day as the last day of before. This was the last day before I really locked in on to doing this, because I've been kind of playing around with this a lot. But I'm gonna really lock in on and really start cleaning out these. Well, not necessarily cleaning out these prop firms, because I don't trade the size to. I don't trade the size to get like 10K, 20K payouts, but I can get a lot of payouts over time, at least $2,000 payouts over time, if I really lock in on this and really just follow the rules and not think about stuff, just follow the rules. And really just document and really instead of using my accounts as an outlet for this negative energy, probably what I should have did was just pulled out my journal and start ranting in my journal, or probably started ranting in a damn what is it called, like a microphone, no, and those voice recorders. There you go. It's like, what are some things called? Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, I mean, if it comes back down, shit, I don't know, man. I don't know if this trade works now. I don't know if it works. I mean, this is the bottom of the range. I mean, it missed this damn thing twice. If it comes back down, I don't know if this thing. I don't know. I don't know if it comes back down. Yeah, I appreciate that, Origins. Actually, let me actually show y'all guys. I mean, for those that know, they know. But I do appreciate that. I really do. So, this is my template for gold. Well, what I guess I should do is, actually, I don't know how that happened. I don't even trade silver anymore. I don't know how I did that. Don't know how I did that. And I don't know how I did that. Okay. So, I mean, we came up with this last year where I craft my trades. What's my confidence level, the risk to reward, the asset, which is gold. I used to trade 3 instruments at the same time, but I've decided just to focus on gold. We can go over and review other instruments, but I'm only executing orders on gold moving forward. I find it's the most consistent. The asset, the final review, and my thoughts and my thesis. What I need to do is actually, what the heck is going on? Oh, okay. I think I made a mistake here. Actually, let me just delete all this, because I think what I did here is that I had these trades, but I don't think my limit orders got filled. So I don't have anything here. I'm just gonna all right. So like a good trade looks like this. where I got my screenshot and then I have the video. And this is how I document my trades like this. And just moving forward, this is what I'm going to start doing. And then I tag it as a losing trade, or I tag it as a winning trade. I had a couple of winners to losers where the market actually went in my direction, and then like right here, a winning to loser trade where the market, you see, like the market just loves doing that shit. Anyway. So it doesn't fill my order here. Now I think I leave it, and then then it hits the target, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe let it just come back. It fills the order right there, and I get stopped out. So it just didn't fill the order, and then it comes back and stops me. And what I'm gonna start doing now is just watching this and just really going over it and see if I can just see consistent patterns. But we did trade silver exclusively for a while, but silver doesn't necessarily, I actually enjoy trading silver over gold, but silver doesn't necessarily set up as much as I would like it to. It doesn't necessarily set up as much. If I don't catch these types of trades, then, and I guess what I could start doing is what I probably should start doing is probably go to my winning trades and just remind myself that, I just had a bad night. I'm a good trader. I know what I'm doing. I just had a bad night, and just whatever. It just seemed like gold, or it just seemed like everything I was doing tonight was just wrong, and it can be very discouraging. And having my trades recorded and seeing the winning trades get hit, I guess it just reminds me that, I just had a bad night. It wasn't me, it was gold. Damn it, it was gold tonight, damn it. And I think I've already saw that gold didn't fill that limit order. I think she missed it again, so. I think she missed it again. Yeah, I appreciate that, Origin. I appreciate that, man. I turn that limit order to a. You said, am I putting everything in one document? Yeah, I guess for right now. It's just one big note. It's one document. Or, well, I guess a better question is, how would you suggest that I should have it, Red Kid? What would you suggest? Okay. All right. Well, I had a feeling that gold wasn't going to fill that order. And honestly, yeah, if this thing comes crashing down, this thing is gonna run. This order is not gonna work. I doubt that it'll work. It'll probably crash down because it missed this thing once. This is the bulls literally trying 3 times in this area. You got the bulls trying once. You got the bulls trying twice. They come back. And then you have the bulls trying again, and we're still not seeing any bullish follow through. I'm going to get this limit order filled, and it's going to flush. I already know it. But this is a practice account, so it's not an eval. So it's not. Yeah. You said at least have one for each day. That means I'll have like what, separate documents? At least 365. And then what if like, well, man, that would be a lot of space. I kind of understand. Okay, I kind of see what you're talking about, Rocket. They're talking about just having like maybe a folder and then have a document for each day. I would have to think about that because that would definitely be a lot. Instead of just having, it'll be at least 365 documents. Or I guess not necessarily 365 because we don't trade 365 days. But so you're saying get a structured folder, year, month, and day. I don't think you're wrong, bro, kid. I don't think you're wrong. My only concern would be space. That's my only concern because that means that I probably would have to buy like some cloud storage or something like that to really do that, really effectively do that. It's not like I couldn't do it on this laptop now because it's not like I don't do anything else on this laptop except it's for streaming. All right, so I think like if this thing is filled, it's gonna flush. It's flushing. There's just no way. There's just no way that this thing bounces like 3 or 4 times in this area and it doesn't fill. I think this flushes right here. But looks like the bulls are stepping up at the bottom of this range, but I guess the question is, are they gonna hold it? And that's the question. Are they gonna hold the bottom of this range? Are we gonna see a bounce? But if you do, the small claim shouldn't be too much. Well, I'll the high of that candle is 99.44 or 99.41. All right, so we know that CL is very particular about double tops and double bottoms. So I want to see what happens when price gets to 99.41. Actually, I think it's highly likely that we at least get to 99.41, at least, because CL is going to double top and double bottom. That's definitely a given. So we'll see what happens when price gets there. But I haven't traded CL since what 2001 or something like that. Probably before that. I think the last trade that I've taken on CL was mm, it was before COVID. It was whenever that war was. So maybe it was during COVID actually. Maybe 2022. Whenever the equities touched their lows, that was the year, or at least that was the month around that time when I took in my last taking my last trade on CO during that time frame because of what she did. Because of what she did. All right, so it looks like yeah, I mean this will be my last trade, guys. I mean I can't be sitting here losing in front of y'all like this. People might think I don't actually know how to trade or something. All right. All right, so I kind of figured that was gonna happen. I kind of figured there's no way that uh that gold is gonna these many tries. The bulls failed to push this thing higher from this range, and there was no follow through. Yeah, there is no way. So I kind of figured that they was gonna see this flush, and sure enough, we get the flush. Uh, No, I mean, no, gain weight. I mean, were you not listening? I mean, I knew that shit was gonna happen. I mean, well, I didn't know. I knew it was highly likely to happen, but it's a practice account. It's not like it's an eval or something, or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It didn't matter if I win or lost this trade. It doesn't matter. I mean, the accounts that I wanted to make money tonight, they're either gone or they're locked up. So it didn't matter. Gold didn't step up for me when it mattered the most. She thought it was cute to miss my limit orders, or she thought it was just cute. Well, the only other area that I think that the market could potentially bounce is either if it doesn't bounce around 315. If you don't see a bounce around 315, then probably like 300, 4,300 is probably going to be a psychological level for gold. We'll probably see a bounce around that area, around that level. 3,300, 4,300, 315. I'll probably see 315 actually. Probably see that. All right. All right, guys. Well, I guess I'll just stay for like 2 more minutes. So okay. All right. All right. You know what? Let me look at this real quick. So I do plan on. So I have to start learning Claude code. My position now, or at least a push for AI proficiency, is now a part of the job now. So I'm doing a lot of trading for prompt engineering and all that. And Claude is what we use. And from what I understand, Claude is probably the best option that's available right now. So, yeah. Oh man, this shit ain't free. Shit ain't free. You said Claude is amazing? Well, I'm going to have to I'm going to have to become proficient in it. Interesting. 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 Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. Interesting. Hey, so Rekit, what do you like about or how do you use Claude Code right now? How are you using it? Obviously, I would use it obviously for the stream in terms of charts, bias. Probably take like a screenshot of the current charts and ask it, "Hey, what do you think about it?" and see what kind of answer it gives and any recommendations, stuff like that. And we'll see what happens with it. I don't necessarily need an AI tool to make my decisions for me, but it would be nice to have a second opinion. Hopefully, what I'm gonna have to watch out for is uh, I'm gonna have to watch out and make sure that I'm not looking for confirmation bias with the tool if I use it that way. If I use it. Oh, really? Have you built anything with this so far? Oof. I say you currently working on something with it.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people talk about how they're using Claude Code to transform their business, and it's been bringing in some revenue. Uh, what I'll probably use it for is kind of like what you just said, like documentation management. Like probably build documents. First, I have to kind of first I have to kind of figure out what I want to document because or what I kind of want to do. I'll probably have to walk. I have to ask it like, what's the most efficient way to document my results? I want to be able to see well, first I want to capture and then be able to see on a graph like certain data over time because usually the hardest decision that I have to make with gold is if it's going to hit one level or if it's going to hit the top of that range or if it's going to hit the bottom of that range. I don't ever look for the middle because I immediately see that the middle of the range it'll work, but usually the middle of the range is kind of like something like the middle of the range usually works after it's hit the top and then after it's hit the bottom, it'll come back and then use the middle. But by that time, I want to get this trade or I want to get that trade. I'm not looking for the middle. So that's usually the decision I have to make. And if I make the wrong decision, then I have to be more patient. I'm gonna have to watch the market go in my direction, and I'm gonna have to be patient. And that's kind of that's a very challenging thing to do when you're like, oh shit, I should have taken it at the top of the range, but I was thinking that the price was gonna probably come to the bottom of the range, but it just hits the top. And the data I want to capture is how often is it hitting the top of the range versus the bottom of the range, and in what situations will it hit the bottom of the range versus the top. Now, without the AI tool, I'm pretty sure it's going to tell me what I already know. Usually, if I see a big move like this, it's going to hit the top of that range. Usually, if it's like a medium, then it's going to usually hit the bottom of that range. Usually, if it goes up and does a two-legged pullback, then it kind of taps the. I mean, those are the situations where it could hit the middle of that range, but it usually stays towards the top. I mean, it might wick and then pop right back up. So from what I understand, it's basically how the market breaks out from the range will determine which side of it will hit. But I kind of want to see that data because it's crazy. Is like for anybody that has to document their results, isn't it interesting how you believe that one thing is happening until you actually see the numbers and it's like, dude, you're not even close to what you thought you were doing. You're not even close. And I really wouldn't be surprised if the data shows me that it does hit the middle of the range more often than it hits the top or the bottom. It's just that I think because I focus more of the top and the bottom of the range and I don't necessarily care for the middle, is that maybe I just blind myself to this. Maybe I blind myself to this, and maybe that's why I have the current belief that I have. But I kind of want the data to kind of prove that to me. That's what I'm gonna be looking for. I knew this thing wasn't gonna be free. Uh, okay. Yeah, like I said, it's becoming AI efficient is now becoming a part of the job description. And so I'm going to be using my free time to learn how to efficiently use Claude and tailor it for the stream. And we'll move forward from there. But okay, guys, that's gonna be it for me tonight. Very, very challenging night. Something that I did right tonight was lock out my account. That was probably the most. That was the most level-headed thing that I did tonight. Everything else was emotional and emotionally driven, and I paid the price for it. I no longer have certain accounts. I don't like that, but I guess those are just consequences for my actions, and I have to hold myself accountable. Because Gold certainly held me accountable tonight. She did. And I have to complete that circuit by holding myself accountable. But it's definitely an uncomfortable feeling. It's uncomfortable, man. It's very uncomfortable. But we will continue to move forward. Tomorrow morning, I will try my best to not allow what happened tonight influence my trades moving forward. So I'm gonna try my best. But I do appreciate everybody that joined me tonight. We'll come back tomorrow morning. We'll definitely come back tomorrow morning, and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody, and keep on jabbing.